this week. Of course, John's leaving the Dabbleverse. He's got a great new job, 9-to-5 job, paying 6 figures.
Wait, that's a day job?
I know. I thought that was to be frowned upon, but apparently now it's cool and it means he won and stuff. Even though he's running away from the Dabbleverse, but and now it's supposed to start on Monday. Mm-hmm. Now it starts on Wednesday.
Oh,
they changed it.
Yeah.
Boy, that's not a good sign.
It's not a great sign. Like, John, we need you. I need you in my company yesterday. Actually, you know what? Give it a couple more days. We'll kick the can down the road. A couple more days.
Some more paperwork to get through.
Everyone's wondering and speculating, what is this thing? I personally think, I said this on Uncle Rico last night, I personally think that John's got this trip planned to New York City, and he doesn't want to piss off his mom and annoy her, so he's not going to broadcast from her house. So he's going to pretend that he's working a job and left the internet. And then he'll go right to Shuli's Anonymous and Hackverse Anonymous and let's see the clips of Carl and Shuli weeping and talking about how their podcasts are failing. This is John's revenge fantasy. This is what he does.
Right.
He makes up these fantasies.
That's when we have to sell the wood paddling.
Yes. My pool table's for sale on eBay.
No!
I'll get it. I'll take it.
It's like, I knew it. I knew Carl had to sell the pool table. It costs way more to get this thing out of here.
Right.
To just build a new one. All right. John did a show yesterday. So he did a show on Halloween night. And that's what we reviewed when I was on Uncle Rico last night. It was great because he was drinking again. He did his political show. Then he ended that. Then he came back on again and started pre-gaming for the bar. He's going to go to the bar after.
It's always better when he's drunk as an asshole.
And was drinking beers. And I do miss John drinking beers on his show.
John pre-gaming is just gaming. It's just like
That's a good
it's
point.
not even like pre-gaming is like I have a drink at home and then we go.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm gonna have like half a rack of beer.
I'll just be
and then
drinking
we'll go.
all day, right? Yes, it's a good point. I don't know why I called it pre-gaming. You got me there. So John starts off his show yesterday. He does a show. And he's in a bad mood to start this one. Of course, he's got green screen issues, but you can tell he's in a bad mood.
Everybody knows that.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
Every show.
How are you? Good. Fucking hell, this fucking green screen drive me nuts. It's got to be right butt against my fucking ass.
Listen to that eloquent vocabulary.
Fucking pain in my neck. Shouldn't be this way.
His Jabba neck.
This green screen is right up against me. It shouldn't be this way.
I like that.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Life?
Doesn't have to be that way. You can get a bigger green screen and back it up if you want.
Everything's unfair.
Yeah, it's so weird. The way he lives shouldn't be this way. I don't know. What a weird thing to say about your green screen.
Out of all the things.
I don't know if you guys picked up on this. Didn't seem like either.
And look at that expression. This hapless fool. Dummy.
You noticed it, but when he was fidgeting with his microphone, we saw a new sore on the palm of his hand.
Oh
and it's a doozy. Don't worry. I've slowed this down to make sure that we can
boy.
see it.
I'm still getting over the freaking sneeze.
The eye of Jupiter.
Yeah. That's almost like a disease. I got to talk to Dr. Steve about
There's many
that.
of those.
Not that Dr. Steve doesn't like John. We all know
Diseases,
Dr. Steve
that
loves John.
Not enough
It's a
fluids.
chance. Okay, I have a guess.
What do you think?
I think it looks like he might have burned it. Maybe he burned it on something
Yeah.
because he's not very skillful in culinary.
Mm-hmm.
So he possibly did that, but he's also so fucking disgusting that he probably just didn't let the blister heal and he fucking peeled it.
Oh, yeah. He's
I'm like,
probably,
I can't.
he's always picking at shit and scratching at it. You're right.
That's a burn. That's
Oh.
a blister peeled off. Sorry.
Dude, people watch those types of videos like popping zits and poking at blisters. That should be his next thing. Maybe that's his new job. Maybe that's what he's starting on Wednesday.
He does it already.
Oh, yeah. They're like, take 2 more days to injure yourself.
It's like, no problem.
Does that mean I go on disability?
Right. Now, you might
Something he has experienced that.
think because he's always at the gym working out, he's such a gym rat.
Constantly.
You might
That's not
think,
where those sores.
well, I was going to say that's not one of those stores, because if it was, that's all he'd be talking about. He's like, yeah, I'm just working out too
yeah.
hard. Got blisters
They're
on my
usually
hands.
here.
Yeah,
you get them
right.
up here and that, not down here. That's such a weird spot.
It is. It's bizarre. Okay. John's talking about his day. He starts out the show telling all the different things he did, which is, fascinating. When people are running errands, I'm like, no, tell me more about him. Yeah. How long was the drive in between?
Was that a good parking spot?
Yeah, how far were you from the front door?
How bad was traffic?
So this is him going through his list of things he did.
Then I moseyed on out of there. Went to Radio Shack. Got myself a battery for my guitar.
He's lying. If you can't think of it, and you go, Also, isn't Radio Shack out of business?
Or a tuner,
Oh, good.
and because I'm going to start playing again.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Well, guys, what's a Radio Shack?
No shit. I
Yeah,
thought they
right?
were gone.
What's he talking
I'm
about?
amazed that he actually found
I
one.
went to
I
Radio
love Radio
Shack.
Shack. I wish there were more.
I used to go
He's lying. That's what it means.
to a Radio
Is he
Shack.
speaking directly to you? He's like, I'm tuning my guitar.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm like, bring it on, John. You're going to start playing guitar again? Let's go.
Get
Let's
new
this
strings
guitar
while
off.
you're at it, because I'm sure those strings are fucking old.
Yes.
And have all his dirty skin inside, like the big E, and like,
That's a good point, Missy. He went to Radio Shack for a battery for his tuner. Why not go to Guitar Center for a battery for your tuner and pick up some strings while you're there, too, and some other things you're going to need to get your guitars in the right condition to play again?
We really do have high hopes for this man.
I know.
But you can get a battery anywhere. It doesn't have to be at either of those
Go
places.
to Walmart when you get
Who you calling a man?
your meat.
He does go to Walmart.
7-Eleven.
I'm about to play you his grocery list. We're going to talk about that in just a second here. But
Pringles.
John really wants to fight Chewy. He's going to pay Chewy $500 to have this fight. And I said, why not have a guitar off before the fight? Like, him and I can have a guitar off, then he fights Chewy.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be taking down all the trolls one by one.
You could do the IQ test with Blind Mike.
We'll get Blind Mike down there for the IQ
He
test.
can do a Columbo trivia with Anthony.
Yes. Jesus,
He
John,
sucks
you
at
can
referencing
take all of
Columbo.
us down in one day. Let's do this. This would be a huge pay-per-view. Kevin Brennan will try to snipe it. We'll porn bomb him. It'll be great. This is a win-win-win-win-win. Who doesn't like
How many
this?
W's, guys?
All right, we're stacking up
we're
W's,
stacking
John.
them.
Come on, you got this. You can do this. So John, on this one, he's talking about his grocery list, but also he's messing with his shirt. I don't know if you
Grocery list. Keyword gross.
guys can see this. There's just some weird thing right here on his shirt. I don't even know what it is.
There's always.
And John can see it because he's staring at himself. And he's just poking at it, trying to get rid of it.
Does he find it?
And then
right?
went to Walmart, got myself some protein drinks,
Warmer.
Monster Energy drink, hot, or something right there.
Now we can see it better.
Beer, of course.
Okay, so we were distracted. Now let's go back and play it again and listen to what he bought at the grocery store.
And then went to Walmart, got myself some protein drinks, Monster Energy drink, some lint or something right there.
He didn't buy lint.
Beer, of course.
Hey, he's
a lot of
shopping.
liquid.
He's shopping like a 22-year-old at the grocery store. He's buying energy drinks and
12-year-old. And listen to him labored breathing. He can't breathe.
beer. Like, what about, instead of protein shakes, what about like protein? Like meat. Some chicken cutlets or something.
Beer can
Canned
chicken,
soup.
buddy.
Maybe some soup, maybe some fruits and vegetables. Maybe check out that produce department. No mention of any of those things. Just energy
There's no
drinks.
solids. There's
No.
not one salad.
Yeah, he's just buying beverages and stocking up at Walmart. And yeah, to your point, I didn't think of this. They sell all the batteries at Walmart. You could have gotten a battery for your tuner. You'd have to go to Radio Shack to do that. But Radio Shack,
Went
thanks
to
you.
the Radio Shack.
The Radio Shack story is a lie.
Thanks you for that. All right, the big thing that's going on with John right now is he's blocking people. Now remember, he's leaving the Dabbleverse, but for some reason he's also blocking people, which doesn't make any sense to me, but he's also a dumb guy, so who knows? Anyone who puts an L in the chat, it really bothers him. And what's important to do when something bothers you is to let everyone know. Everyone who's trying to bother you, let them know what's bothering you.
They'll stop immediately.
They'll be like, oh, he doesn't like that? Then never mind.
Let me do some unblocking here. Now, look, I'm telling you assholes right now, if you're going to just start fucking up my chat and putting L's, I'm just going to block you. I don't got time for childish games.
But I do have time
So
for blocking.
if you don't want to get blocked,
That's what I mean.
as you know, the Duke is...
He's literally playing with blocks. And he's talking about childish games. Okay.
John, you're always looking at yourself in the monitor. Can you realize what you've done to yourself? And when you look at yourself, you see what you've done? No idea, right?
You know, he's winding down
You can't breathe.
this Dabbler versus nonsense. Quite frankly,
What's up with his hair over here?
I think personally the Dabbleverse is coming to an end anyway.
You think that personally? That's the only way to think, by the way, John. You don't have to say, I think that personally. His face is so sweaty, his hair is stuck to the side of his face over here. That's weird.
So gross.
He's gross. They have air conditioning in Florida. I swear to God, I've been there. I've seen it. That's a fact, Jack. Now, we were talking before the show started about the Shuli Network work with Anthony and how Anthony had reached out to John and said, I'm no longer doing the Uncle Rico show. I know some things. It's not good. And John went on this week and said, me and Anthony are good now. We're cool. You know, Vince the lawyer thinks it's a work, but he's an idiot. I know what's going on. And Anthony and I are good. And then Anthony shows up on Uncle Rico.
And John was being all smug that Anthony's confirming all this pedophile shit.
And John comes on the next day and says he doesn't care. And then he comes on the next day and says he doesn't care. And then he comes on the next day and is still talking about it. This work that John says didn't work and he doesn't care about, it's all he's been talking about.
Oh, yeah. He believed it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you see all the clips before it was finally figured out. And for the record, I had no idea what they were doing. I was just as confused, hence why I stepped back and I had no idea. With that said, but you could see every time with John that whenever he was with Rob and they were just bashing, and then Rob would try to start bashing him and bash me, he just was like
Yes.
aloof, just chill, like didn't elaborate, because you know he would interrupt Rob and be like, yeah, you're a fucking pig.
Yep.
Yeah, Pocky's such an asshole. How far he's fallen. And like just say all this shit, and he never touched it. Like go back and look every time, because he wanted to keep that little bit of potential that he might be able to get back in Anthony's good graces.
Yep.
So he was kind of letting it, but also he never messaged him back. The only text that I saw between John and Anthony was in the beginning when Ant was just like, first got the number, and he was just like, hey, it's Anthony. Da, da. And they were just he was vetting him with like Columbo episodes or something.
Right.
Like, what was the episode that we watched together in your basement? And Ant was just off by one, and then he remembered the right one. So then that was it. That's all I know. But he wasn't even, John never even answered back. He never even like came, like he didn't stay involved in it, which I think like Shuli and everybody has identified or pointed out.
That's a really stupid way to verify too, because anyone with a compound subscription could have seen that episode, could go back and look it up in the archives.
It really, it's just like one of those soft spots for John. Like
Yeah.
he exposed the thing that he loves so dearly and cherishes. So
Yes.
like he has to use that because it's like all he knows.
He really thought he had a friend that day when he got
Right.
to
It's
watch
like, what did I get for my
Columbo.
birthday? You know?
Right. So now we're on day 3 of him reeling from this.
How far Pocky has fallen. I enjoyed watching Vince, the evil lawyer, today as he was exposing Anthony Cumia for fucking his own old staff is goofing on him now. All right, see, there's listening to me with the L, so he's gone.
Okay. No, John is saying that the former staff of Compound Media is now goofing on Anthony, and I'll get into that, but
Not
I see
true.
El Horrible is here. And he's saying, and people are saying that John was on a boat streaming just now, and that his stream ended, and they're worried if maybe did he sink or something. I obviously wasn't watching because I'm doing the show, but El Rible or Tukey or Rocco, you have the link. Come on and tell us what's going on if you can, if you have a minute. I'd love to learn more about.
I did the whole thing. On my videos, you can see him on the boat. It's not in the water. It's on a lift. He said he bought it. He's so stupid. He bought a boat without a survey, without getting it checked, without it being in the water. What a retard. If he actually bought it, he might be lying. Might be another lie.
What's currently happening with Stuttering John's show. That's amazing. He's got a boat. Good for him. So yeah, so John's watching, and we're going to find out later that Vince the Warrior is programming John's show again. So John's saying that
Well, Vince was trying to preemptive strike the Anthony Shuley routine. He was trying to twist it so that, John knew and all this shit. But it's just typical Vince being full of shit.
Warrior's exposed that his former employees are clowning him. I watched this. It wasn't that at all. They don't really follow the Dabbleverse. So they go, oh, yeah, I guess Anthony was back on the Shuley network after he hadn't been on there for a while. And they're like, oh, is that true? He did go back on there? They're like, oh, yeah. Like, was that was a work or something? Like, yeah, I don't really know. Like, they weren't really paying attention. That's all they said. They're like, yeah, I don't really know. And then, Vince loves to trump up just the most nothings that could ever happen on the internet and be like, this is crazy. Can you guys believe this is happening? It's like, Vince, he's not the boy who cried wolf. He's the boy who yelled wolf in his sleep for 8 hours straight. It's like, shut the fuck up about the wolf already. I hate the way you sleep and yell wolf over and over again. It's so annoying. But John, of course, falls for it because he's an idiot. Oh, also, he's blocking people, as we just heard. And there's a reason why he's blocking people.
I'll just block you fucking lame asses. I don't give a shit. The fuck do I care? What do I got to lose? Nothing. So when I see the L,
That is true.
Goodbye. You're gone.
You've already lost it all.
It doesn't bother me. I pity you.
See, this is what we were just talking about with Aaron Imholt, where he's literally showing you that it bothers him while yelling that it doesn't bother me. This is the definition of coping. This is what coping is. When you sit there, like, this was me a few weeks ago. I remember
He's a coke addict.
the Bills lost 2 games straight. I'm like, I hope they just trade Josh Allen away. This guy sucks. That was me coping because I was very upset that he wasn't performing well.
We're coping in all of our faces.
The team was losing. That's what coping is. And this is what John's doing too. I don't give a fuck what you put. I'll just block you. I'll just take the time to block you because I'm obviously very upset about it. Stop it.
And John, Aaron, and many others think that, again, their words convince us instead of their actions. They never think about that.
That's a great point. It's like, no, we see what you're doing. And that's why people keep putting L's. And then he's just like, yeah, the joke's on you. You got blocked. They can just go back to the no account or a different account and watch you anyway. It doesn't matter. If they want to watch it, they can still can. Okay, cool. El Haria was going to join us, so we'll find out some information on that. All right, Missy, I'm glad you're here
Yeah.
because producer Chris and I, we can talk about how hot guys are till the cows come home, but I like
Sure.
a female perspective on what's going on with John.
If you saw my whole body now, this is the shirt I wore at the Tonight Show reunion, the 10-year reunion. Now, if you saw me in this shirt now, like full body, you'd be like, holy shit.
Show us.
He's so hot right now. If you saw him full body, you'd be like, whoa. What do you think,
Talk is cheap. Stand up, Fatso.
Bessie? You buying that?
I mean, I definitely would say like, "Whoa, boy, are you fat?" Like that's what,
Whoa would come out of your mouth. Whoa.
Why does he remember what T-shirt he fucking wore? Why is he wearing a
Yeah.
T-shirt to a
he doesn't
10-year
have
reunion?
many
No, he has two.
things in his.
Oh, no, he's got tons of T-shirts.
Yeah, he remembers it because everyone clowned him for how fat
that's
he
right,
was.
yeah.
And so he's cried about that for so long. It doesn't bother him.
No.
But he's cried about it for so long, looking back at those photos and all the videos people made, goofing on it. But he's hot now, so that's good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, guys, this is really funny. This is how John proves how stupid he is as he reads super chats. This is a great example.
Your fall style.
Keep it on the down low, but Rob Saul's a legit about to sue the Sandusky Network for insinuating he has sexual relations with his dog's aunt. Well, good. Listen, I'm a Rob Saul guy. I like Rob Saul. And I have no problem with Rob.
The guy super chatted, keep this between you and me. Keep this on the down low. But there's a lawsuit coming. John goes, all right, yeah. No, I won't tell anyone, but I'm glad. I'm glad that that's happening. How stupid are you? It's a super chat. Fucking idiot. Clay Dabbler joins the show. We're happy to see Clay showing up.
Oh my God. Their little drama is amazing. I love it.
This drama with... So John really just wants this resolved. He just wants...
Clay Duty came up with the best one. Rob Saul. He said, isn't that our soul? Our soul. He's an our soul.
this to go
He's
away.
in his own fucking way.
I know, but watch the way he deals with us.
Clay Dabbler, how are you?
Johnny boy, how's it going, mate?
Good to see you. I'm glad we worked everything out and everything is now fine.
He had to get in front of it immediately.
Immediately.
I don't want you to be upset with me anymore, so don't stop being upset with me. Stop pointing
I'm
out.
announcing it right now.
Yeah, stop pointing out that I lied about you and that it pissed you off. We're past that, right? Right? It's like, okay, it's very revealing the way that he did that. All right, we're going to come back to this in just a minute, but Dabbler of the Year is here. And of course, we always take pause when the Dabbler of the Year shows up.
Yes, thank you, Cardiff, or Carl, whatever your stupid name is. I was in the hot tub taking a soak like I am to do as my post-show ritual for Be Dabbling Live. And my God, John is on a boat.
Wow. Is it
Right
his boat?
next
Did
to
he
a
buy a
boat.
boat?
He claims it's his boat. He's keeping it at a friend's. He is very tempted to go to the Keys, but he wants to make sure he knows how to actually drive a boat and all the rules of being on a boat. There's literally a boat right next to him that's sinking.
Wait, what?
It's the greatest visual. He's taken it down, I believe. It only lasted 21 minutes, but I was kind of going back and forth between the shows because I was soaking, as I'm prone to do.
Sure.
And I don't know what happened. Like 21 minutes in, he disappeared. Did the boat sink? I don't know what's happening.
Wait, the boat next to him was
The boat wasn't in the water. It's on a lift.
sinking.
Literally it's like capsizing.
And he's
like, you guys don't understand. A lot of boats in this area got hit. We got hit with the first one, and then Milton.
Milton.
whoever.
He's on calm water,
Yeah.
just hanging on a boat, but it's docked.
Yes.
The boat
Yes,
next to
and
him is capsized.
And the one next to it is capsizing. I'm not making this up.
See, this doesn't help my case when I go, guys, Cape Coral's really nice. Florida's lovely. You should check it out. It's like a disaster zone everywhere you go. Like, what the fuck?
But yes, he started his show on a boat. He went inside the boat. He walked
And Sea Ray is like the Yugo of boats.
around. I mean,
Oh, it's a big boat.
yeah, he's got like a cabin, and
Wow.
it is the snot. It's his snot, not a yacht, but a snot.
That's amazing. I want to point out the ride to the Keys from Cape
Yes.
Coral is very, very, very far. That seems wildly
He's gonna
unrealistic.
do it. He said he's gonna do it, but
He's gonna die
Yes.
if he hasn't already. Was he wearing a life vest?
No.
Oh,
he was
no.
drinking. He's
He
drinking.
can't swim. I don't think he knows how to swim.
Yes, he said, I don't know. I mean, yes, one can speculate whether this is actually his boat. I mean, it's very easy to meet someone who has a
Right.
boat. I mean, I don't know if you've heard, Carl, but they actually have more canals than Venice
Yes,
or
that is
Italy.
true. That is
Yes,
true.
I've heard
Yes.
that. So I'm sure you can find anyone that'll let you sit on their boat for 20 minutes.
So he was drinking beers too.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Of course. We have to
Nice.
drink Coors on the boat.
That's awesome. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
happy for John. He's living his best life right now.
All
I'm
right.
wondering
Or
if
he's dead.
does the boat have anything to do with his new job?
Is he
I
cleaning
clean
boats?
boats.
Yeah,
Oh,
something like
interesting.
that.
He's scrubbing down boats for a living.
I
Very
capsize boats for a living.
I believe he also mentioned he played pickleball today.
Wow, he's really getting
Yes.
out and about.
He's making friends.
Making
That's
friends.
why one has to wonder if this is a new friend's boat.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, let me use your boat for like 20 minutes, you know. But there is literally a boat sinking next to it, Carl.
I got to see this video. I can't wait.
It's
I can't wait to
fantastic. All
check
right,
it
I'm
out.
going back to soak.
Yeah, get back in the tub. Thank you,
All
El
right.
Harible.
You're welcome.
The great El Harible be dabbling live. We had an awesome This Little Piggy episode yesterday. Fantastic. Wow. This is big news right here. We don't usually break news on WATP. It's not really that style of show, but here we are. Here we are. All right. So now Clay Dabbler's on the show with John, and Bob Levy has left TSN. And we all know Clay Dabbler likes Bob Levy.
Hey, Carl, if you took it down, look for Iron Bar. I have the whole thing on with the boat.
He's brought it up many times. And John starts quizzing Clay. All right, who's reached out to you since, they had their little falling out? Has Shuli reached out to you? Clay goes, no. Has Carl reached out to you? Clay goes, no. Well, then who has reached out to you? Has Bob reached out to you? Clay goes, oh, yeah. Bob has reached out to me. And watch what John does here. I have some thoughts on what he's trying to do.
Bob's asked me. I probably would go one day, who knows? I think it might be fun to talk to Bob. He's left the Sandusky network now. If that's not another work.
I wouldn't begrudge you. But Bob has been...
Maybe.
Bob said really horrible things about my children.
I'm not rushing on there, Johnny boy. Don't worry about it.
John's so controlling.
Oh,
This is a Kevin Brennan kind of move. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
if you're on this show, you're not on that show. And this whole thing where it's like Bob said horrible things about my kids. Did he? Does anyone remember this? John has to go to that. They made up.
Yeah.
Him and Bob made up over it. And Bob goes, I'm sorry, I won't talk about kids. I'll never do that again. But John has to bring this up whenever he needs to control someone else or control.
Yeah, it's not even about money this time. It's just about allegiances and
Yes.
having friends.
Yep.
Oh, you want to be friends with him? Well, just so you know.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
I would never even think to say something like that.
Of course not.
It's so bizarre. Like, could you imagine if I'm talking to Ray DeVito, I'm like, oh, you're going on with Kevin Brennan again. Okay, well, guess you're not coming on MLC? Or
Yeah, about 6 months ago, John was going crazy on Levy, and so Bob blasted his kids. Mercilessly. Just clobbered him, called them chick soda dick and all this crazy stuff. But just to get even with John for being an asshole.
MLC, WATP, if you're going to go on there, it's like, who gives a shit? But that's
People
how John
have
Carl,
no-
don't be like that, man.
Yeah, people who have no friends and are incredibly insecure talk like that.
Yeah, and that's why they have no friends.
Yeah.
Because they need to control their lives for some reason. Oh, someone's got a photo of John in the boat in our Discord right now.
Oh my God, let's go.
Yeah, after I'm going to play these clips. I'm going to look to
There's
see
the other boat.
I'm going to look to see. Yeah, there's that boat that's going down. It's hilarious. I'm going to see if I can find that video. Let me just play these clips real quick. So this is Clay trying to explain to John this blocking strategy he has is not great.
Oh, chicken something just got himself blocked. What a shame. See, I don't...
John, you're blocking all these people, but they're potential super chats.
Yeah.
Why not members only? Why is it still members only?
Yeah, but...
And you're blocking it.
Because they put in the L's and then it fucks up the chat.
Who cares?
No,
I never used to block people for L's.
Well, but then it fucks up the chat, and then people are like, I can't even
Well, you are a loser, so L's are good.
bother chatting anymore.
Trying to pretend that it's not for me. It's because people don't like when there's all these L's in the chat. So I'm just trying to help them out. And thank God for Clay being like, why do you care?
He has become so likable in the last couple weeks.
Yes. But this is the thing. John is concerned about the chat, not understanding that everyone's clowning him, whether they're writing L or something else, deadbeat dad.
L is so
loser.
much better than the other shit you usually
Right.
get.
And so later on, Clay calls John out again for blocking these people.
And TJQ is gone.
Who's that?
He's just one of these losers who's just
Ellen.
Yeah, just putting the L all over the chat.
He's literally
and people get
upset at a
mad.
letter of the
Such a
alphabet.
sensitive little lady.
Yeah, Clay, amazing take right here. What a sensitive little lady, he says to John.
People get mad.
Oh, you're such a sensitive little lady lately.
It's not me. It's just that people get mad when it happens at me.
No, they
What?
Don't.
Who's getting mad?
So John had to make something up right there.
Yeah.
It's not bothering me. What happens is people get mad at me because I'm allowing people to put L's in the chat. It comes back
Oh,
to
yeah,
me.
let me
Thought of a
hand off.
lie, and it sucks.
Oh, God.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Bro, no accountability, John.
People are mad at you because you're on the internet in general.
None of that makes any sense, John. Just admit you're sensitive. You're a sensitive little bitch, like Clay just
Bothers
said.
you. You don't want to
Yes.
see it. Okay, we see that. We see that. You're not saying it, but your actions are the more truthful thing here.
That's the main takeaway of this episode of WATP.
Yeah, his words mean nothing.
Actions speak louder than words. I hope that Aaron
That's the
learns
name of this
that.
episode.
Yeah, that's the new name of this episode.
And that I miss your cock.
Right.
Yeah.
I miss your cock. I fantasize about your balls. I'm paraphrasing. He said something like that. If you're watching the YouTube clip, these are all callbacks to our Aaron Imholt segment from earlier. It's gonna sound
It was
really-
very cock-centric.
Yes, it's going to sound really weird and out of context, everyone. I love the chemistry between these two. They've been podcasting together for a while now, and it really just clicks with them.
You know what? It's so funny, Clay. I wake up this morning to two texts. One from woke up this morning, got myself a gun. Your mom is always was the chosen one.
You ruined the bit. You
What?
trod all over my joke.
Oh.
Go on, no, carry on. Go on.
Chug, 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 chug.
Missy's watching this in astonishment. She's just like, what is going on right now? What are they doing? So John just heard music, so he started to start singing, and then...
Never sings it right. Always out of key.
right. And,
Puts too much energy into it, but has nothing else to deliver with it. Like,
and Clay is still trying to shoehorn in his thing that he was doing, and he still does right
And the lyrics are always wrong.
after this. And John finally gets it.
Go on, you woke up this morning. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, so I got the oh, I see. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay.
no, it's not this.
And nothing gets past this guy. Nothing gets past stuttering John. He's too smart. He's too smart.
Weren't those two different songs?
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Oh, they're great. All right, this is what I was talking about. Vince the Lawyer is programming John's show now.
So we got a lot going on. Vince just sent me some clips today to play.
Join Vince, you fucking short king.
So here's one of them we will start with. And, Vince was spot on with this. I mean,
Two heads are better than one, as they say.
although he'll probably start suing me again when I don't pay him anymore.
Oh, you'll get pissed off with him. You'll fall for one of his little trolls that hit a nerve, and you'll get all butt hurt.
I don't even know at this point.
Start shouting.
Yes.
Won't take long.
Clay, yes.
Yes.
I love this unfiltered Clay now because he's like, I've seen what this guy does. I'm not going to be his friend for very much longer. I might as well just say the truth.
Yeah, John said he's got nothing to lose. Clay's got nothing to lose.
Clay's playing with house money, and I love it.
Something I've noticed though, like for a while with Clay Dabbler is I don't know, like I know he enjoys it, but there is like this, I don't know, he enjoys him, but I don't think he really likes him. I mean, with taking away without the whole drama they had just had, right?
Mhm.
But all the time that I've always noticed whenever he's on, he says a lot of shit against John under his breath.
Yeah.
All the time. And a lot of people don't make comments about it. Like he says it low, like it's easy to miss. It is very easy to miss, but he says shit.
It's the Popeye move. When
Yeah,
Popeye's bitching about olive oil and shit. It's fucking
like,
great.
Fucking cunt.
He does it.
Yeah.
He does it this thing where he'll like lean away or towards, and he'll put his head down and he'll like mumble something against John, like, oh, you little bitch, or, like, oh, you're just bitching, or like, so he'll always have something against John. I've noticed that. And so I don't know, that's a part of me where I just think he's always been pretty fed up. I'm very upset. Can you block him?
Not Mark blocked. Drew Cephas blocked. It is great that Clay is recognizing, they're like, no, this is what happens. You guys have this cyclical relationship where right now you like Vince, and then you're going to hate him again, then you're going to like him again. And John even said he's not going to pay Vince what the settlement was. So that's going to be a thing. But Vince and John together makes for a worse Dabbleverse. And there's a lot of reasons why. I won't get into them right now, but just the shit that he feeds John just kind of ruins John in a lot of ways. But let's get back to the blocking people and the L's.
Debbie, the pet lady, thanks for the fiber. Farewell, Duke. Shitway made hundreds of thousands of dollars off your corpse. Now your scalp is nailed to the Dabbler's wall forever. Ultimate L. Well, if you really think about this, Clay, this person just sent me $5. So who's really taking the L here?
I don't knock it, John.
What a comeback. For $5, John takes what, $3 of that?
Yeah.
He goes, obviously I'm the winner. I got $3 in my pocket.
You just beat the shit out of me, but I bled all over your floor.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not cleaning it up. Okay, I'll clean it up a little bit. That's hilarious. John cannot come up with witty comebacks ever. He's so bad at it. Now, again, I got to give some praise to Clay because Mumbling Nick put out that video that John watched on his show because he's an idiot. He doesn't ever watch things ahead of time. And Mumbling Nick made that video where he goes, you know, I've heard that it's possible that John had a prostitute in Atlantic City, and I heard that maybe she was underage or whatever. So John played that, and ever since then he's been trying to dox this guy and ruin his life and find out all this information about him. And Clay's like, do you really think that he deserves that response?
Oh, you're speaking of doxing, John.
Yeah.
Do you really think Mumbling Nick deserved, like, someone trying to ruin his life?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What, like, 'cause he said that, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but he said that was a joke, which is a joke in bad taste, and you shouldn't imply that to anyone about sleeping with underage people. No. So in that respect, like I like Nick, but it's not really a joke. But
so I love the fact that Clay's like, okay, do you really think the guy's life should be ruined? And John's like, yeah, I do. It's a slight against me, therefore your life should be ruined. This is what makes John the villain. He doesn't know that for some reason. So it makes him the bad guy in everyone's eyes. That's why everyone roots against him. And he's serious right here, too. This is not performative John. Look at his face. That's the opposite of performative John right there.
I'm the victim.
He's the victim. And so people need to suffer the ultimate consequence. He should be tortured in front of his family to death. You're like, what? Because you didn't like a video that he made that nobody took seriously?
This is something that John really believes in because he's using the least amount of words to explain himself.
Yes.
He's just saying yes.
Yep. And so this continues on a little bit. And this is why John thinks that.
it's like the people are involved in psychotic, like posting pictures of his underage kid, his wife, all this shit, just trying to like literally ruin his life.
Yeah, well, that's what they did to me.
No, they didn't.
Who?
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
Like,
who tried to ruin your... What are you talking about? John's like,
who did
well,
that?
of course, that should happen to everybody because that's what happened to me. Did Mumbling Nick do that to you? John is similar to Aaron Imholt. Aaron thinks of the internet as one thing. Everything that bad that happens on the internet is the internet. And it's me versus the internet. And John thinks the same way. It's just like, anyone who appreciates any of the shows in the Dabbler...
John's a narcissistic dipshit. A real piece of shit, low life, 70 IQ asshole. So, yeah, he's going to get his.
First is
He at least expects it.
the person who called the school and tried to get him fired.
Right.
Like every single person out there is like, no. It's just that one guy who did that. Be mad at that guy. All of us are telling people not to do that sort of thing.
You should be mad at yourself. You got yourself suspended because of your show and the stuff you say. Nobody did anything. And then you said you were never fired. So many lies, we don't even know. And you can't even keep track. So stupid. You can't lie because you have no memory. You got wet brain. You got alcohol dementia. You're turning into a Lady Di, except she's better off than you are.
That's John's mentality, and that's why people need to have their lives ruined, which seems like a pretty crazy consequence to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do I know? So John, being the good friend that he is to Clay, knows that Clay doesn't understand math very well and has to embarrass him.
What's the square root of 144?
It should just be incredibly easy to register to vote.
I don't know.
12.
I've done this with you.
This is John, the math teacher, now coming out.
No, Clay, think. This is the one that
I don't want to engage my brain. All right. Go fuck yourself.
It's 12. Remember 12 times 12.
Oh, great. Oh, don't you?
Oh, he's such a douche. Imagine now this
What's the square root of asshole? John.
is the legend who's super chatting him here, who's fucking with Clay, but John loves it. And John obviously in some conversation was telling Clay the square roots or something. He's like, we went over this one. I tutored you on this.
What a fun conversation.
I know, right? Who doesn't want to be friends with stuttering John Melendez? Where do you get these kinds of things going on? All right. Tukey sent me the link. Let's see if this works.
Oh.
Let's see if this works. Or did he take it down? Oh, I think this is up. Oh, this is up, baby.
Let's go. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Let's go.
So we got.
It's boat John.
We going here.
Skip
Here's my
is now
cabin.
Skipper.
Oh my
See,
God.
we got the cabin in here. We got sleeping
And
here.
he doesn't have a filter on.
Sleeping back there.
Yeah, you're right.
You
This
got
is
my
phone. Oh,
bathroom
God.
in here with the shower.
No, he's definitely not used this before. This is
Then you can hang out in here and just chill out here on the boat.
he's so
Oh my
sweaty.
God. it's
Yeah.
sweaty.
Oh my
I
God.
can just chill out here.
Yeah, you can just chill out on a seat. That's true, John.
Yeah, it's my new boat. That's
It's a
right.
tiny
the captain.
cabin.
The Duke is the captain.
Oh, he went the wrong way with his hand just now. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
other side he wanted to mat down. Whoops.
He never puts the
So,
mirror image on.
Yep.
Yeah, I just bought this one.
Uh-huh.
It's just so freaking hot. And it's a little too windy. I don't want to go out. So I'm just hanging out here.
He did it again.
This is it.
Sea Ray's a piece of shit. And he doesn't show the deck. So it's not a fly bridge. He hasn't got it surveyed, which means reviewed by a professional. It's on a lift, not even in the water. Guy's an asshole.
This is the new Duke purchase. I can see I missed the spot here shaving.
Yeah, because that's what we're looking at.
Not everything else.
Oh my gosh.
If you missed a few more spots, it would be historically
He looks like Stan Laurel. Look at him.
interesting.
It's
What
fucking
a
like
disaster.
94 degrees out. But this is going to be fun. Take this over to the Keys.
94 degrees. You live in Florida, stupid.
It's a 26-foot Sea Ray. Brand new engine.
Sea Ray Sundancer 260. Brand new engine shows that it's old and it had problems. It's probably worth 8 to 13 grand max. The new one, a newer, it'd be worth like 60 grand. The Sea Ray's the Yugo of boats. And he wouldn't buy anything good. If you look at the interior, it looks also film school graduate. Do you see that beautiful film work he did? Showing the bedrooms and the bathroom.
Got a Chevy 260 in it.
You don't know what that means, asshole.
And I used to boat over in Bayville. So now I'm going to try my luck here. So there's my sleeping area. It's not bad. It's just fucking hot.
Nicer than your old apartment. Why are you breathing so hard? What's the matter? You're sitting. You got labored breathing. You ought to go to a doctor and stop lying. You went to the doctor. You didn't go.
Hot, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, just go
Oh,
2 hands. There you
Jesus.
go. There you got it.
It's fucking hot, bud.
You can't mess with 2 hands.
But here's the Duke. Yep. This is my new chick mag.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, your chick
Let's
magnet.
get back outside. All right, yeah.
Oh,
now
there
we're
it is.
drinking beers.
Skull.
There's no magnet powerful enough to get you a chick.
Chugging.
But yeah. But anyway, take this over to the Keys. And I'll take this over to a bunch of the islands. Marco Island.
That's a big boat, too. Shit. That's not good at all.
Hang out over there. Hang out with some of the ladies.
Is he addressing it all?
But anyway, so now I'm
Hang out with some of the ladies on the islands? He just named 3 islands. Went, hang out with some of the ladies. Do you think they've never seen a boat before, John? Like, oh my God, that guy's got a boat. Everyone's got a boat.
Get him.
there.
You know, I got all my midlife crisis toys.
Oh, midlife.
I got the
midlife.
brand new house. I
Midlife was 20 years ago.
got the Mercedes. I got the Harley.
The Mercedes is 20 years old.
You had the Harley.
Yeah, it's
Mercedes is worth $3,000 max. Harley's a Sportster. The house is your mother's. We all know the story already, you liar. And this thing's not even in order. You're probably making payments or scamming somebody. And you got it cheap. I mean, $6,000 to $8,000 max. You're probably making 1,000 down and 1,000 every couple of months.
all these
Oh
things.
my
And now I got the
God.
Sea Ray. See, that boat got killed. That lift went down in the storm.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'm not going to go long today.
Let's get that out of the frame. That's hilarious. Anyway, let's not talk about that. That's not great.
Oh my
I want to see how this
gosh.
ends. Oh, he's watching clips? Let's see what? What's he
No,
doing?
it looks like he has some sign off thing.
Let's see.
Okay. It's a new Vince clip.
Oh, it's a new Vince clip. Great.
Someone else doing something for me.
Yep. Vince is always programming his show for him. It's always great. Does he really have his computer with him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Tell by the
Great
way he's holding
connection.
it up.
Yeah, you're right. John, your internet's not great there. I don't know if you realize that.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Why does Vince do this slow down the voice thing? So I guess John falls for
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
He makes it seem like it's more.
Oh.
Vince, thanks for the $5.
He's trying to make it ominous.
I'd recommend you and Dr. Sativa take a trip to Asian Massage on Del Prado Boulevard. Happy endings, if you know what I mean. Keep it on the
Keep
down
it
low.
on the DL.
I
That's
don't
the
think
new
that's
thing
gonna
now.
happen
Super
anytime
chat.
soon.
Hey, don't tell anyone
But
else
we're at
this.
20
but
minutes. I was just doing a short little thing here. I'll be back
It's like his penis.
tomorrow. I'll do extra long tomorrow. I heard
leaving.
something happened to Kevin Brennan super chats, so maybe somebody will let me know. That being said, it's
What a lazy
Duke
piece
saying
of
good
shit.
gear.
so fucking lazy.
Look it up yourself.
It's
stupid.
amazing. All right,
Oh
so it's a
my
short
gosh.
one. All right, well, that's fun. We don't have to worry about Johnny. It seems like he's okay. There's no way he's driving that thing anywhere.
I'm not sure it's his.
I'd be interested in it.
Could someone tell me if that's his?
Like, did he even sign any paperwork? Do you think that maybe it's like you can go on the boat and hang out on it when
Yeah,
you're like testing
actually-
it out?
Missy, that's a good point. He told us what he bought at Walmart. He told us how long it took to go from the gym to Radio Shack. He's never talked about all the things that would entail purchasing a boat.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be like, I just did this today kind of thing. This would
He
take.
brags about everything that's up
Right.
and coming.
There's
And,
something very.
well, then his excuse would be like, oh, I didn't want you guys to